gonna show you a tier list of how a civil player thinks and sees an operator as an attacker. As Ace, we always see it as Ace S tier. I mean, he quickly he counters bandit tricking. We see him that way. It's just so easy to use him. Good gun, AK-12, perfect. Mwah. Beautiful. Amaru, you can either get an ace or you get 0 kills. But they always bring Frost or Kapkan in the lower ranks. So it's gonna be in the C tier. Wait, let me change the title. How Silver watches how a civil player thinks. Okay. Ash, you don't need big brain to do it. You can play vertical. Her guns are good enough to do it. 3 speed. Guess it's like B. Shooting can clear 2 utility, but Yana can clear more, and Zophie can clear 2, but she has concussion grenades. And that LMG on Zofia is just so stupid. Like, holy shit, just spam 150 rounds. 150 is like a lot. Oh my god. It's more than the PKM. It's just dumb. Blackbeard. Good old Blackbeard. If we aim for hit level, because we civil players always. Wait, civil players always aim at the body. He's situational, but bad situational, so. But there are times where one-shot headshots can be useful. So I see him as situational. Although the pros thinks he sucks so bad. In the lower ranks, Blackbeard is still somewhat viable because we silver plebs don't have the best gaming mechanics in the world. Keep that in mind. Buck, as a solo queuing experience, not too bad. Team atmosphere is quite great as well. Capital, he counter Mira so well. I just like him because we don't even need to ban Mira. You just bring Capital, smoke the Mira, and you can go in a room, like in bunker Mira or what's it called? Like aviator default Mira spots. Yeah, you could counter those and go in top main set or basically you can just get close to the Mira. You smoke, you get close, and melee, and Mira is like you melee the Mira, and the defenders can't do anything. They can't see you unless they just pre-fire you, but that's a different story. Blitz, we just melee shoot, easy counter, worse than Amaru actually. Dokubi roam clearing. This we how is it? If you're in a like super coordinated stack, I would say she's like top of A tier. But when in silver, even in stack, we don't really react off the situation that well. So she's like a B tier, not an A tier, because we're not so coordinated to play here. We don't have that high skill unless it's a one trick Dokubi, but yeah, it's a different story. And also if the attackers can play off the information what Dokubi can bring. Any attackers here? I think we don't control recall that well, so and the LMG is low recall as well. So and we just like the healing, okay. So it's B tier. In the I know pro league players saying Finka is shit because there's one shot headshot mechanic, but look, our recall control is some of it is just ass. So And Finka is just so easy to use. That's how we see it. Fuse very situational. Sometimes he's useless. Wait, I should add a tier. Situational, but still bad. Oh my god, that is just so weird to put. That's where Blackbeard belongs. Alright. He's situational. Good at sometimes, but bad sometimes. Situationally good, but mostly bad. Mostly bad. Is it this is the way? Yeah, this is the way. Alright. Alright. Any attackers? Gridlock is very easy to get the plant down with Gridlock. The only thing you have to watch for is C4 and smoke. Just like they always do. But as a flank watch or a plant or planter, she's really good for that. Anything else? Glass. If we throw in a smoke, let's say coastline double window, we just look at the smoke. Silver players just look at the smoke. Cause as long as they don't know there's glass, especially against an uncoordinated stack, you could turn to a 2v5 to a 2v2. That's how good glass is in silver lobbies. Okay, if you bring smoke and if they're super aggressive, glass is the best counter for it against aggressive defender players. So top of B, no, below Ash, because glass needs some skill to aim. He's also quite fun to play, just like Amaru and Oblitz. Habana S tier. She's just so good at taking out hatches. Even though if you electrify the wall in, let's say, kitchen cafe hatch, she still can get the electro claw. That's how good she is. She's just so versatile because she has breaching charges for the vertical play or flashbang, which both utilities is good. Very good. I just like Habana. I play her a lot. Like she's my main a lot. As Maverick is just better. Cause Maverick solo queue and civil lobbies, even though in civil lobbies you always find yourself often like you're solo queuing. Maverick is so good in those kind of situations. He's like the best solo queue operator I ever seen. He got nades, good gun. I just like the gun. The recall is just mwah, perfect. Oh my god, so satisfying to use. Yana, the nades is really crazy. Well, if you play vertical with nades, any people with nades, as long as you play vertical, it's like one free kill. All right, so it's like, and she has info, and she has a gun 6, which can take out Barbed Wise, which is good. And Aruni is getting popular in civil lobbies right now too. Yeah, at least that's how I feel in a Southeast Asia server. Jackal, we just when Jackal's not banned in solo queue, he's not really that great. I mean, he's good, but not super great. But in stack, he's great. All right, better than Buck at least. But I won't put him as S tier, cause we're not coordinated enough to like pinch a roamer. And if the roamer, cause we'll even give him with 1v1s if that makes sense, cause we're not that sharp in coordination. What else? Kali, if if you ban Thatcher, which is like 90% of the time we always ban Thatcher, and if you ban Kaid, 8. I wouldn't. It's like not 8 here, but top, not top of B. Should be somewhere in B. Better than Glass, I guess. Yeah, yeah. The utility is good if you ban Kaid. Yeah, if you ban Kaid, the utility is good. But if they're bandit tricking, well, you can counter it with nade, so I don't think that's really a problem here. Yeah, I don't think she should go to C. I think she's fine at B. At least that's how I see it as a silver player. What else? Monty, I don't know. I just when I'm playing him, I feel really shit. But if you, let's say like, as a Monty player, you go behind an enemy, and he has to either focus on you or look at 180 to look at my teammate. So, but he takes so way too much coordination. My silver stack can't really coordinate with Monty that well. So I just gonna put him C. This Blitz is D. I forgot D actually exists. Anything that takes a lot of skill to coordinate, they're always in the lower tier. If they take too much, if they rely too much on coordination. What else? I think Nomad is. I think Nomad is 8 S tier. Very easy to use. Got flashbangs to burn the ADS. She's good. Thatcher, I think S tier. Thermite B tier somewhere. But at least better than Kali. Because you need to get close to the wall. But the problem is that you can just impact trick the wall if you bring Maverick and Thermite combo. And if they ban Thatcher, Maverick 90% of the time is gonna make a hole. And Thermite might get impact trick. And he only get two Thermite charges, so which is just not so great. Okay, he's just not. I mean, he's good enough, but not as great as the S tier. Twitch mid is pretty popular in silver lobbies. At least that's how I see in Southeast Asia. By the way, this is the almost the end of North Star. 3 days left before the new season. Just keep that in mind. Twitch, good gun. The at least better than Ash, because the thing is, trap operators are really good in silver lobbies because we're not so aware of traps. That's how good it is. Even though if I spot a Capcom trap, right, I would completely forget about it if I'm in the middle of the fight of somebody else. Yeah. So Twitch is like the top of B tier. What else? What else? What else? Ying? Just Ying and Yeet, lol. The defenders won't really know how to do. Jaeger, they will always bring Jaeger for some reason. In Southeast Asia, no, Jaeger is still popular. Bottom of A tier again. Zofie, the concussion, the LMG is just what makes her still A tier. She also can play vertical. Ash also can play vertical. But Buck can play more vertical, if that makes sense. At least bottom of A tier, that's where it belongs. Right? Right? I mean, good gun. But Zofie is like better version of Ash, but with concussion. And a better, and a 150 LMG. The AK just horrendous to use, okay? I don't really like the AK at all. I don't really feel like learning the AK. New recall for Zofie. Ubisoft, they gotta chill with their win delta and pick rate delta, especially when it comes to nerfing guns. to change the meta. I think that really sucks, man. IQ, vault cams. Oh, you can hunt down Pulse and Vigil. Vigil is really popular in silver lobbies because Vigil is really good for solo queue. So in a stack, IQ is like above Ying. All right, you can hunt down Vigil. You can hunt down Pulse. Very easy to find, and don't need that. And she just requires like moderate amount of coordination, but not insane like Monty or Dokkaebi. Dokkaebi is like at least bottom here. Because you just need to press the button and that's it. Now that I think about it. But of course you still have to communicate with your team if you're playing Doki. Any attackers that are here? Lion. If you're rushing, yeah, he's somewhere at B. At least below Kali, somewhere there. For glass, is it C? But defender, if you throw in a smoke, right? Defenders just look at the smoke, so it's like a easy free kill for glass in silver lobbies. Which is just so dumb, but it works in silver. Okay, it always works. But it doesn't work in high silver. High silver, low gold, it doesn't work. They try to pre-fire glass, but sometimes. Nook, not very useful in rank. She's fun, but not very useful. Because they always bring barbed wire, they always bring lesion. She's not immune to traps, and she's not immune to proximity alarms. So she has to make noise in order to move to one place to another, which is just bad, even worse than Amaru I consider. Because Amaru can sometimes at least potentially get an ace if the silver are super uncoordinated, don't know what to do. Now that I think about it, Amaru is just better than Monty. Nook, just bad. I don't like her gun loadout sometimes. I just don't like her gun loadout. But in quick play and unranked, she's really fun to use. And she has nades. Yeah, now she has nades, so which is still good. At least better than Monty at least. Now, but keep that in mind, Monty in Pro League I think is good if I'm not mistaken. But I don't really think Monty is that great as an attacker. Too much skill to coordinate. I know, I'm just a civil player, chill. Nades, you can take out barbed wires in one hit. Barbed wires are quite common. And nades is like very easy to use gun. SMG 11. Nades. And the sledgehammer. The deployable shield. In civil lobbies they always put I always find myself that the deployable shield is super close to me as an attacker. Cause they're in a the deployable shield is in a bad spot. Like they always put the deployable shield at the aviator entrance to study entrance, yeah, if that makes sense. And you just hammer it. It's that easy, so he just needs to at least better than Jackal, yeah. Is there any attacker left? Alright, I guess this is it. Fuse is really if Fuse is like good, if Fuse is in a situational moment, he's at A tier somewhere. Cause he has an AK-12 and a breaching charge, which is just good for vertical play. Alright. Fuse is in its own league, okay? in its own league. Anything that's situational. Gridlock is situational. She's really thick, and thick, and by thick I mean really noisy. But she's a planter person. She can watch flank or be the planter. But that those times are like quite situational. Nomad should be below Thatcher. Thatcher should be at least below the Breachers. Above the Breachers, except Maverick. Maverick is just too good for solo queue. Nades are still better than Molotov, that's how I see it. And Blitz is shit. This is shit. Both are shit. I just don't like the shield operators. Situationally good. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. But mostly bad. Cause his paper shield is just not that great. But some situations like that moment where you're in a 1v1 gunfight and that guy try to headshot you but he hits the thing and you headshot him back. He's that guy. Alright. He's situationally good but mostly bad most of the time. And this is how a silver player thinks. Well, not silver player thinks, that's how I think. In high silver but low gold.